Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee, this JLeesCorner, and this is a review. Okay, it's a hard review. Let's get it through and through because I swear this little reunion thing, it wasn't all that good. Okay, that's why I ain't doing it until now. So, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness. Tonight's lipstick is Fenty Beauty Stunning Lip Paint. It's the pink color. I can't read what it is. I think it's unlocked or unbuttoned. It's something, but I can't read it right now. But again, it's the pink color for Fenty Beauty. Another one of my favorites. Okay, and I'm gonna have a lipstick review for some Kat Von D's and the Fenty Beauty ones. Probably this weekend. We have to see what's gonna come out, but. Again, if you do not forget to like this video, to comment in the comment section, to share this video on your social media. You can always hit that notification bell because it lets you know when I have new videos up, and follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. It's probably on the screen somewhere, or always check that description box because it has everything you need to know. Where to get my Teespring merchandise, my P.O. box. I got a CashApp and a PayPal down there. Everything. To email me, whatever you want to email me, but not no rude shit because it'll get you checked. So let's get it started. So all the couples are starting to arrive for this recap or this reunion or whatever it may be. However, it's kind of weird because we know so much. So much has been leaked about most of these couples. I'm not getting nothing that's kind of surprising. But, I have a couple pictures of everybody because that's what I do. So, Devin and Jihoon are there. Okay, there they are. I did not like her outfit. It was weird, but cute at the same time. I believe she's pregnant again, and I don't know if they thought they was fooling us. But she looks pregnant. Okay, but she's a small girl, and I don't think she ate a sandwich, and she looks pregnant. Like, in this, no tea, no shade, or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? She has a belly. And not a big belly. It's real subtle. But as she was walking, because she kept putting her hands in front of her stomach and wanted to cradle her belly, she's pregnant. And I believe they said that that's already out online. But, I don't follow any of these people online, so it's fine. I will say that Jihoon's lips look much more moisturized these days. So I'm hoping that means that she helped him moisturize them. Okay, now he says, because they in New York filming this special or whatever. And he says all he knows about New York is Home Alone and Kevin from the movie. I'm like, really? Home Alone? Okay. But they say sometimes people from other countries, what they know of America is what they see in movies. So again, he said, I know about Home Alone, Kevin. And I said, well, I guess that is what it is. Now, also, Paul is there. He's alone. I think I have a picture of all the people. Where's all the people picture? Where's all? Okay, there we go. I'll be happy to figure it out, honey. So, all of them are there. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one up for right now. So Paul is there. He's alone. Karina cannot come because again, she don't have no visa to get into the States, so she's at home with the baby. I feel like him and Karina, maybe they broke up. Who knows? Laura is there as well, but as you see, Alden is on the computer screen. Back home. Now she said, things have not been easy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm worried about what he might say. You know what I'm saying? And she's crying or whatever because it's just, some things are embarrassing for me, and I haven't told anybody about what's going on. I said, are you sure? Are you sure, Laura? Because I think we've heard things about you, about Aladdin, and I feel like most people believe Aladdin over you. I don't know. Again, I don't follow people on social media, so I don't be knowing all this stuff. So, Jenny, of course, is there as well. Now, Jenny is there, and of course, we know Submit is not there. And, she brings up how, she still misses him. And that had he told her before she went over to India that he was married, she's like, our relationship would have been over. I would not have continued dating him had he told me beforehand that he was married. But she also brings up how, what I'm saying, he could get into trouble for calling into the show. But she's like, if he doesn't call in, she would be upset. I'm like, you can't have it both ways, and you just can't do that. It's just not the right thing to do. Okay. Now, of course, Tiffany is there. No Ronald. Now she just had a baby girl 3 weeks ago from when this was saved. She was 3 weeks, after having the baby. And again, Ronald is in South America still. Corey is there. Of course, we see Evelyn is on the computer screen. or whatever, and she don't have no green card, so I guess that's why. Wait, Evelyn, yeah, Corey left Evelyn. Yeah, she doesn't have a green card either, so she can't be here. But of course, as we see Alden, Evelyn, and Ronald on the monitor. Now, it seems Karini is not calling in at all this time, or maybe she will call in later. I don't know. Now, I did not get no close-up picture of Paul at all, but I think I have, again, these three couples. I liked Tiffany's dress. It was really cute. I even liked Laura's dress. And I have to say, Corey looks good. Okay, in my opinion. You can also tell Evelyn looks a little bit different. From what we usually, she was a little bit more done up, is what I would say. But couples, couples, couples. And then we have, of course, our, Jenny. Jenny is, just sitting there. You just looking so lonesome. Looking so, just little Jenny. Jenny, next time, don't go across the border. So, first, Sean, who's the host, asked them, like, what was the hardest thing going over to another country, living there with someone you want to be with? And they all mostly said, like, the language barrier, For the most part, I think none of them speak the language of where they went to. You know what? Except for Tiffany and Ronald, because in South Africa, people speak English there as well. But in other countries, it's not so common to have people who speak English. But then we have the foreigners. You know what I'm saying? Evelyn and everybody else. Who brings up, well, people be complaining a lot. It was Evelyn and Alden. Well, they complain a lot of whatever. And I'm saying, Americans are spoiled. They're spoiled to where, they're complaining about the Wi-Fi not being right, or the phone not working, or, oh, the power went out. Oh, and the Evan said, yeah, if the power goes out, I just go outside and look at the stars. That's why I live in America. And if the power go out here, we get frustrated if it goes out here too. Like, it's not like, oh, we only frustrated because it's over there. When we have power outages here, people are inconvenienced. You know what I'm saying? And we are spoiled. But it's it's different things. It's like if you go somewhere else and they may have a talking toilet. You know what I'm saying? If they come here, we don't have talking toilets. So they may be upset that the toilet don't talk to them. But I digress. So they get into, asking them, was anybody shocked that Summit was married? I mean, I think everyone was shocked, but not shocked, but shocked. They knew it was something, but nobody knew what. Okay, and they all agree, as we were all shocked that he was hiding a whole marriage, a whole wife, a whole human being. Okay, I wonder if they have children. I wonder. They ain't talk about that. Anyway, Paul brings up how with him, they bring up how, you meet someone, you have the best intentions, and sometimes you don't know them as well as you thought. And then Paul says how him and Karini are still learning new things about each other day by day. Well, because y'all probably just not learning each other's languages. Okay, it's hard to get to know someone when you don't speak the same language. I don't know if I dated somebody who spoke another language. If I could ask them like this, let me not ask them questions, but this specific question that I need to be sure they get my question. Okay, and it ain't no confusion going on all up and through. Okay, so. But again, he said, him and Karini still learn. But that happens even with real couples. You always are learning new things about the person you're with. But I'm like, but it's different between learning, oh, so and so don't like cashew nuts, or so and so don't like watermelon, so and so doesn't like, salmon or whatever, salmon. You know what I'm saying? But it's different to say, oh, I have a whole wife. That's not something you can learn over time. That's something you have to tell me. That isn't a preference. That's a relationship. Okay, it is a status. I can't do that. Anyway, Corey, then, because some kind of way they got onto this whole situation about knowing people in different situations. Corey then offered his unsolicited advice to Tiffany and Ronald. Now, let me say this. Even though what nobody asking Corey this specific question, I still wholeheartedly agreed with what he said. He brought up to Tiffany how, moving your son out of the country to be with the man that you really didn't know, like, that wasn't all the way a smart decision or whatever. Plus, not only that, Ronald had a whole addiction and was just getting out of rehab. You know what I'm saying? So that, that's different because you're putting a child in a situation when you don't even really know the person. I said, Connie, I agree. Even though her and Ronald got married, still supposedly married to this day or whatever, and got a whole extra baby, that's because you lucky. You're lucky. It could have turned out a whole different way. Okay. Anyway, he then brings up how it could have been where Ronald could have only wanted a green card, and I said, oh, here we go. I don't think he meant Ronald directly. I think he meant when you went there, not knowing this man who had these addictions or whatever, a fresh out of rehab, had went to jail or whatnot. You didn't know what his angle was. He could have wanted a green card, but when Ronald heard that Ronald is over there in South Africa getting upset, grrr, okay. And he's mad and he's talking, but no one can hear him because the sound went out. You know what I'm saying? He gets mad and mad and mad, and he hangs up the Skype call. They're like, Ronald, we can't hear you, honey. So he hangs up. They call him back, and he gets back on the line or whatever. He brings up, first of all, I had one addiction. Okay, this is one. I'm like, an addiction. It doesn't matter if it's one or two or three. And I think my thing is, you were addicted to, I think, alcohol. You were also addicted to burglary because you kept robbing folks or whatever, and I think you were also addicted to gambling. That's a couple because you was gambling and drinking. Those are your addictions. Those are two. You may have went to one rehab, but you had a couple of issues because again, she don't want you drinking too much at all, okay, because of your addiction, and you be gambling. Let's be honest about things, Ronald. Let's be honest, okay? And so he was upset about that part. He also brought up, why would I want a green card? Like, the deal was never for me to come to the States. She was supposed to move here. I say, now that is true. The conversation wasn't about him coming here. She wants him to come here. But at the same time, Ronald, when you have a person who's used to being in America, not used to being in South Africa, you don't make that much money. So she will have to leave from here, you know what I'm saying, and go over there and kind of live in poverty. Because you don't have your own stuff together. I feel like in the back of your throat, in the back of your mind, you could have thought, you know what I'm saying, maybe she won't be happy and we will have to move to the States. I don't think he got with her for a green card, but I think, you know what I'm saying, I don't put nothing past nobody, and it was what it was. Tiffany then said, well, people make mistakes, you know what I'm saying, things happen or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like you and Evelyn, you know what I'm saying, she tested your trust in her, okay, you know what I'm saying, Ronald didn't cheat on me. I said, ooh, the shade, okay, the shade of it all, and this is true, okay, and while that's true, he may not have cheated on you, but at the same time, your mistrust of Ronald is deeper than Evelyn's. You don't trust Ronald to go to the store. You don't trust Ronald to get water with cash. You don't trust that man to have cash on him. You don't trust that man to have a credit card. You don't trust that man can't go nowhere without you. I would rather be with a person who I think maybe cheated on me once than have a person I'm with who I have to continually treat like a child because I don't trust that they're responsible. So my thing is, y'all both in the same boat, both with somebody who y'all don't trust in some sort of way, okay? But, whatever. So they get about talking to Laura and Aladdin. And, for the most part, they asking her if she still has a little friend, the little purple friend, the little vibration toy or whatever. And she says yes, and she never threw it away like she said she would, but then took it back and said that she probably would not throw it away, okay? And for the most part, Aladdin, like, I don't like it or whatever, it's some BS. You know what I'm saying? He feel like Laura was acting like they did not have good sex. My thing is this. There are levels to good, situations, okay? There are levels to good having a good time, you know what I'm saying, in the boudoir. However, you have to have conversation. It seemed like neither of them was having the right or the proper conversation. They weren't communicating effectively. I feel like if Laura was not satisfied, what were you not satisfied in, okay? But we kind of figured out what it was. Laura wanted some head, you know what I'm saying? She wanted some cunnilingus or whatever. And because she said, what I want, their religion doesn't do it. I'm assuming it's giving head. I'm going to assume that's what it was. And because she wanted some stimulation, okay, in that part of her body, she said, I'm going to get this because this does that. You won't do that. This does it for you. But I think there's a difference in saying that and saying we don't have good sex. I think it's a difference between the two. But again, I'm not in a bedroom. I'm in the bedroom or whatever. But I feel like, again, Alan was embarrassed that she was saying these things, making it seem like he wasn't good in bed. He may be good in bed, okay? He may be, but she wanted some little extra stuff, and he wasn't doing that or whatnot. So, and again, I told you before, if she had probably gave it to him, comment, it probably wouldn't have been a big issue, whatever. And but other than like, I don't want sex with her. I don't want that in the room or whatever. She married a person who I'm not surprised that he don't like that. Some men are not like that, especially in other cultures. It's just, it is what it is. And those are the kind of conversations you should have before you marry somebody. Like, do you like sex toys? You ask those questions. Me and a friend of mine today was having a deep conversation about what we like and what we don't like. This because you have to have open communication, okay? Open communication. Anyway, so, as he talking, saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, she keep like sucking her teeth or whatever, or, oh my God. See, why you being rude to me? And I'm never rude to you. So I'm like, okay, clearly they beefed out. Clearly they have some issues or whatever. But, when people were seeing them talk about how they're just, they don't like sixes or whatever, Corey and Evelyn, we use them. We use things to spice it up. And there's nothing wrong with it. Having some extra stuff doesn't mean what you have ain't working. What it means is, let's get it a little bit more spicy. But you also have to be sure that your partner is comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Alan may not have been comfortable with that big old thing she brought over there. Okay? Get something little first. So he don't feel like he's not well endowed. But I don't know. So they then call on Corey and Evelyn. Now look, Corey and Evelyn, girl, Lord, Jesus be with them. Okay? So for the main thing, they are supposedly still getting married. He got a visa extension or whatever. So the visa is like an additional 6 months for a tourist. So he can be there for another 6 months, which is cool. That gives him 6 more months versus 3 to get things together. And, in the season finale, he proposed, gave her a nice little ring, but she ain't wearing it. Okay, she don't say, "Oh, I forgot it. I forgot to put it on when I left." Okay. Anyway, where he think, yes, we gonna get married in the next 6 months. She like, we have to work, we have to see whatever. She then keep making comments about, she's calling him fat. She keeps saying, well, I don't know, he needs to lose some weight or whatever. He needs to get a 6-pack or whatever. He don't, he getting a little big. I'm looking like, first of all, Corey's cute. Okay? And second of all, Corey not fat. Corey looks nice. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? If I was with the squirrel, okay, if I was to date a white man, I would date a white man who looks like Corey. He can't act like Corey now. He can't act that way. I need some authority in my life. You know what I'm saying? But, what I'm saying? I'm like, Corey looks good. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's crazy that he's going through all this with, why my microphone is second stupid. Well, he going through all this stuff with the quarter cycle. Okay, my quarter cycle. But I don't know why he's going through all this stuff with Evelyn. Like, do you see him? The fact that she said he's fat and he needs to lose weight. I said, girl, okay, send that man over here. Okay? Well, don't do that because it might be, it might be a situation. Because I want advice. But yeah, Corey looks good in my opinion. I don't think he needs to lose weight. But I feel like Evelyn's coming up with whatever excuse can get her further away from marriage. Okay, I want him around. I want him to buy me stuff, but I don't want to really marry him or whatever. So they talking and whatnot, and then we found out that Corey has spent a total of like 50 to 60 grand on her. I said, what? He then said he only has about $1,500 left in his savings account. I said, is you working? Is more money coming in? And Evelyn then said, well, it's not my fault that's all he has in the savings. Bitch, what? He gave it all to you. If that man gave you $50,000, if all he has left is $1,500, that is your fault. You wanna know why? Because you don't bring nothing to the table, okay? But some extra teeth and a smile, and that's really, really it. And them extra teeth ain't good for extra stuff down there. But I digress. Anyway, she brings up how in her culture, The men pay for everything. Look, look. He can pay for everything, yes. But my thing is, I feel like over there in her country, that 40, 50 grand could have went way longer than what it went. Y'all bought a whole bar that we ain't seen y'all open. Is it open yet? What happened with the money? Like, who gives somebody like 30 grand to invest in a tiki bar? Okay, in Iguaba, what is it Iguaba? I don't know. Over there, okay, over there, but nothing is coming from it. I'm like, girl, it is your fault. It's also Corey's fault. Okay, Corey's also gullible, but still, I digress. So they asked like, what if you and Corey break up? Like, what would happen? Like, would you, because he paid for that business, like, would y'all like split it or whatever? She says if we break up, I feel like Corey should give it to me. I said, bitch, why? For what? Dissolve that shit and let's split the profits. Okay, you ain't not on my watch. Okay, you not the fruits of my labor. Ain't gonna happen. Not today. But girl, he say he don't think Evelyn has any he doesn't have any trust issues with her. Whatever. He don't think she had anything. Mainly because she's honest about things. I'm like she may be honest about not liking things, but she ain't honest about everything, which we about to see. So they did as while they were on break before. Something about her and that ex-friend or ex-man, her ex-dude who ended up doing the horizontal poker, you know what I'm saying, when her and Corey broke up. Her and Corey said they had broken up a couple times or whatever. Corey said the time she cheated, he don't feel like they was really broken up. You know what I'm saying? So he like, Ross and Rachel type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, we was or whatever, but whatever. So he like, her cheating was very, very hurtful or whatever. And Sean say, was it a coincidence that at the same time you and Corey breaking up, your ex just so happens to be in town? I said, good, that's a setup, okay? Look, it ain't not Nancy, because she don't live nowhere regular. Like, it's easy to bump into, I can easily bump into my exes in the city because my exes everywhere, okay? And the city is, you just see people, whatever. That if that man don't live in her town, he came there, okay, and not by foot, by train, plane, and automobile, okay. So I'm like, don't mess, girl. I ain't dumb. It was a coincidence. Why are you sure it was a coincidence, Corey? I'm just saying, was it a coincidence? It wasn't. But let that go. Anyway, they then Corey said, you know what? Who am I right now? Like, who am I? Oh, you're my fiance. We're getting married. No, you're not. She is pulling your leg, okay, all the way up and through. They then bring in Rahul. Now, Rahul is Corey's friend who used to date Evelyn, who told Corey that him and Evelyn used to kick it, okay? So they bring in Rahul, and they show a conversation Rahul and Evelyn had on camera that we ain't seen yet. And Corey was looking like, what they say. I said, yeah, what they say about that now? So they show Evelyn and Rahul talking where she like, why would you tell Corey about us or whatever? Well, I felt like he should know. I didn't want somebody else telling him about it or whatever. I thought it should come from me. Well, she's like, I just don't think he should know stuff like that. Yes, he should. She had and stuff. Okay, Corey. Anyway, her thing was you shouldn't tell Corey about those things. His thing was I think Corey should know. I'm cool with Corey. I still think Corey's my best friend or whatever. But also, I'm a little bit jealous of y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, when you kissed me that one time, we could have been something. So, if y'all get married, I would love to be his best man. If y'all don't stay together, I got next. You know what I'm saying? I want my spot. You want my spot, Flash? Anyway, so Corey is upset. Because mainly the video shows him, Rahul, telling Evelyn he wants to be with her if she isn't with Corey, that he respects their relationship, but again, he waiting with open arms if and when they break up or whatever. And I'm looking like, that ain't how it go, whatever. So he's upset. I mean, Corey was looking like, you see his face? He was just, the whole time he was watching the screen, he was just not okay or whatever. He was not okay. Like, he wasn't hard. I wouldn't be either, though. I would not be happy if I found out my fiance and the guy who I think is my friend is talking to the friend as to how he want to be with her, whatever. I'm going to respect their relationship. But you not by even telling her what you want. Because what if you telling her that makes her feel like, you know what I'm saying? Let me not marry him real quick. I might not really want to be with him with Corey. I may want to hold off of Rahul, and I'm like, I would prefer Corey over Rahul. Anyway, Corey and Raul, Corey, like, I'm shocked. I can't believe, that he's saying like he wants us to break up or whatever. And then, Rose like, no, no, I respect y'all or whatever. I really do whatever. I'm saying he then say, Raul says, I didn't think you would last so long. Corey, I didn't think you would be in our country. Like, I don't think you would be there long. So, I mean, I just was like waiting for you to leave. Again, who says that? Crazy people. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? They get all set and Corey is upset. Okay, he's pissed off. And he's like, I just feel like it's some bullshit. It is. It is, Corey. It really, really, really is. So they kind of ended with Laura and Aladdin. They beefed out right now on the show, whatever. They got married about 6 weeks ago from when this thing was recorded. And she's like, what, Aladdin needs to, what I'm saying, reevaluate. Or he needs to think about things, the decisions he's made in life because he wants to break a commitment. Meaning he wants to get a divorce or whatever. Aladdin brings up how Laura is consistently fighting. She's always going to fight and argue and fuss. And I don't want to do that. I'm saying I'm tired of that. I think because men in that culture is in use to the wives giving so much pushback, okay? And women in America are not used to having to be dictated by a man, okay? So it's gonna be a tough struggle, okay? Anyway, he brings up, I feel like because she's always fussing and cussing with me, she's always disrespecting me, even when I keep giving her chance after chance after chance. I'm thinking, like, what is she doing? I think she probably just talks back. And to them, that's a form of disrespect. But I digress. I would marry a man in that culture because I know how it is. And I would not want to be consistently having to either one, shut up or fuss with him when he gonna keep getting mad at me. I ain't got time for it. Okay, I need me a regular dude who understands sometimes I'm gonna cuss you out. In the best way. In the best way, okay? We gonna have disagreements. We gonna love each other regardless, and you not gonna tell me what I can and can't do. Okay. Anyway, so Laura brings up, I don't know, disrespectful. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, I don't know what do you mean. She then brings up how I told Aladdin to not leave me at home by myself. Okay, but sometimes he leaves for hours and hours or whatever, and I'll be at the house bored. I'll be lonely or whatever. So I guess one day she got up and she left and she wouldn't get coffee. She said she got up and she wouldn't get coffee. He's upset, you know what I'm saying, because she left the house, didn't tell me, didn't tell my family, whatever. She was just gone for hours or whatever, and she wasn't answering her phone when I kept calling her or whatever. Now she said, well, I didn't tell him when I was leaving because they don't speak English. So I just left, whatever, So they kind of fussing back and forth about that. Again, because in that culture, the wives have to ask the husbands to leave. It is what it is. I'm not saying it's right or that it's wrong, but you have to understand what culture you married into. You can't marry a Muslim man who follows certain rules and guidelines of his religion and the culture and want to take some of our American ways with you. You just can't, because that ain't gonna work. It's not. You can love that man from afar, but if you're not willing to change how you look at things, because he gonna want it done a certain way, you can't get. Which is why you can't marry somebody if you don't accept how they want to have their marriage. It's just that's what it is. So again, the couples in the back. Oh, he's controlling. Oh, I can't. That's the religion. I can't say it more clear than that, okay? Is it controlling? Yes, it absolutely is. But people are aware of how certain people do things in other cultures. So why are we shocked when we know how they are and they do it? Who's shocked? Wasn't me. Anyway, so they then start fussing back and forth or whatever. Because other than say, I'm your husband, you say, I'm your husband or whatever, and you need to talk to me before you do stuff. I wouldn't. But again, I keep remembering, this is who you marry. That's who you marry, homie. That's on you. So they then was arguing about who pay rent. He said he pay rent. Oh, you pay rent? Do you really pay rent? Like, I pay rent or whatever. She says how, well, no, I think he said, like, she paid 2 months, and then I paid 2 months or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, well, I paid this. Girl, it was a bunch of foolishness. And then she brings up how, well, first of all, I ran out of money. And I told him that I can't keep paying the rent. And he then brings up how he spent a lot of his money on the wedding. Well, bro, that was your wedding. You wanted that, okay? You wanted the best of the best of the best, and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on a 3-day wedding. So what do? She then brings up how her pension was cut, and that's why she has less and less money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then he told me that he wanted a divorce. But I'm like, but was the divorce because you had was the divorce because of you not having money to pay the rent? Or was it because y'all keep fussing about the sex toys and you ain't listening to him and you ain't obedient and all that stuff or whatever? So I said, girl, you can't marry into that and then be upset when they want you to be what you married into. That's all I got for that, okay? That's all I got. And then they went off. We will see what happens next week with these people. Because, girl, I don't know. Put in y'all comment section. Put in the comment section below if you can understand the fact of what I'm saying, that she married a person who lives a certain way. Can she be upset that he wants to continue to do that if that's his religion? Okay, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.